There's no denying that the Emily in Paris cast members have a sublime taste in fashion. Sometimes they even rocked outfits that wouldn't look out of place in Little House on the Prairie. Ashley and Lily didn't just pull off the Old West fashion with style and grace, though. One time they actually transformed into real cowboys. It seems that Ashley and Lily's BFF relationship has rubbed off on fans of the delightful duo. Come to think of it, Ashley might even have some competition for Lily's loyalty.
Lily Collins, if you're reading this, I want to be your best friend, and if you're free next Thursday, please hang out with me next Thursday, and we can be best friends next Thursday when I'm free. Please, Lily Collins.
On the flip side, Ashley has her own admirers who'd love to steal her away from Lily, but the feeling isn't exactly mutual.
When everyone falls in love with Ashley Park after watching Emily in Paris, just know that I have been here since 2015.
Oh my God.
Who would you like to have as your best friend? It's difficult to decide as both actresses are a barrel of laughs. However, if things like punctuality and not being outclassed are important to you, maybe you shouldn't choose Lily. She's been known to put everyone else to shame.
It's so sweet of Lily Collins to show up at the Met Gala late so everyone else has a chance. True.
Lily's also the biggest prankster of the bunch. You see, whenever she and Ashley hung out behind the scenes, Lily had a tendency to make goofy faces. Basically, she's the type of person who photobombs people at parties, and we wouldn't have it any other way. But at least Lily sat for a normal snap here. Or maybe she didn't. It turns out that Lily couldn't even make a phone call without pulling a face. Ashley, meanwhile, has a knack for on-the-spot interviews.
I pant like a dog for 10 seconds. So every time I'm like getting nervous to go on stage or anything,
Ashley was also prone to some mishaps during the production of Emily in Paris' second season. If you follow her on social media, then you probably remember that chirpy pic she shared of her, Lily Collins, and Camille Rizat in their best dresses. Looking at the image at face value, it just seems like a regular photo of pals hanging out, but there's an embarrassing story behind it. In an interview with Elite Daily, Ashley opened up about a disastrous wardrobe malfunction that took place off camera after the photo was taken. "We were filming all night. Oh my gosh, this is the opposite of the glam world. I remember getting up, and because it was so cold and then warm and all this stuff, my latex dress just split. The worst part? Ashley hadn't quite finished filming her scenes yet. So the wardrobe department had to get creative with some duct tape to fix the tear. It wasn't all bad though. Ashley revealed that everyone had a great laugh at her expense, and she saw the funny side too. But you know it wasn't funny? That time Ashley caught an infection. In the aforementioned interview with Elite Daily, she recalled how the weather was so bad one day that it led to her getting sick. "I got tonsillitis because it's freezing on this bridge," Park added. "We had to shut down production because it was pouring rain, and so me and Lily in our costumes just ran to her apartment that was nearby. That was a special day." That said, all of the wardrobe mishaps and illnesses were worth it for Ashley. That's because she got to glam up and perform on the stage, which was a dream come true for the actress.
Life is sweet as honey, yeah, this beat, she like money.
Letting Ashley sing was a good call at the end of the day. According to one co-star, her performance was so good that it resulted in some watery eyes behind the scenes.
I remember when you played me like 3 seconds of the song once on her phone, and I burst into tears. She was like, "Oh my God, this is so good!"
Lucien was also proud of his colleague's epic performance, so much so that he watched on in pure admiration from afar.
Even if I'm not in the scene, I literally turn up on the other side of the bridge where all the muggles are watching the show, and I'm just literally watching. I'm like, "That's my girl. That's my girl."
According to Lucas Bravo, Ashley is the glue that keeps the gang stuck together. She's also the person who was in charge of throwing parties, which were known to get out of hand. One time, she threw a denim-themed get-together to honor creator Darren Star. It was all going well until the cops showed up and told the rascals to keep the frickin' noise down.
Oh no!
it's the cops!
At least Ashley can take comfort knowing that she wasn't the only one who experienced awkwardness behind the scenes. Newcomer Lucien Laviscount was terrified heading into his first day on the show.
I've been the new kid at school before, and that had nothing on this.
But Lucien had nothing to worry about in the end. All of his colleagues think he's a swell guy.
I'm just happy to be here with these guys. That's it.
We're so happy.
Yeah, man. This is incredible for me.
But no one was happier to have Lucien around than Lucas Bravo. If there's one friendship that gives Lily and Ashley's a run for its money, it's this one.
I was so glad to have him on set. We had so much fun. I love the dynamic of this, new bromance, and I can't wait to see where this goes.
Having to part ways with your bestie sucks. Naturally, it was upsetting when Lucien had to say goodbye to his best bro on the final day of shooting. It was so emotional that it even affected his soccer skills.
That was an emotional day for me, so if my football skills weren't up to scratch, give me a break.
Don't you just hate goodbyes? Quick, let's move on to clips of the cast with adorable pooches before the weepy set in. If you thought that was sweet, wait until you get a load of this furry little delight.
Oh my God.
Some of the pups didn't want a nap or cuddle though. This little rascal had it in for Santa Claus, and he wasn't giving up until he caught Father Christmas. Every actor dreams of being in one of the biggest shows in the world, right? Philippine Leroy-Beaulieu certainly doesn't dislike playing Sylvie and Emily in Paris. That being said, she prefers the idea of living in a van.
What?
That's my dream.
Oh my God. You have to do it.
That's my dream. I want to buy one of those.
Oh my God, I know. We've said the same thing. We're like, we could get so used to this.
Can we all just admit that Philippine is a rock star and the type of person we'd love to hang out with? However, while Philippine would love to live off the grid, she is grateful to play Sylvie. In fact, the actress even admitted that she finds the role to be pretty therapeutic as it lets her be a badass.
I was really happy to get back to Sylvie. I really needed her. Yeah, I need some of her anger and some of her energy, in life.
Of course, you can't talk about Sylvie without mentioning her adventurous lifestyle, but Philippine needs her international fans to know that Emily in Paris's bedroom exploits aren't a reflection of all French people's carnal desires.
We're always having threesomes, which is that for the Americans, it's not true, except Sylvie, but it's not true.
Unlike her character in Emily in Paris, Philippine is secretly a sweetheart, and she loves being the mom on the set. Just don't expect her to raise her figurative kids in the traditional sense.
It's very maternal in a way, but like a cat can be maternal, I love cats. I love how they raise their puppies.
Are you a fan of Netflix series? Then check out these videos on our channel too. Thanks for staying awesome. Au revoir.